Good evening, guys. Javier again, episode 12 on October 30th, 2020, one day before Halloween. However, today's subject I wanted to talk about disciplining kids. Does it work for you? You think it's different from the time that we grew up and the way it is now? Or you think it's not good for kids nowadays? So what do you guys think about that? I'm here with my cousin Ralph
What's going on?
and my girlfriend Jackie.
Hey.
Um, let's go ahead and start with
Everybody.
everybody, man. But in general, I mean, you're a father now, cuz
Mhm.
you're a dad now, man. What do you think? How do you feel that it? Did you ever get the feeling of getting a spanking and getting a hit when you were a kid, man? Like, do you think it changed you? You think it's the same thing as the way it would be right now, or what?
I never got hit.
No.
I never got spanked.
Oh, okay.
So I was a bad kid. But
Yeah,
I
we can tell.
Yeah. I was a bad kid.
Yeah.
Like, a lot worse. My brother was the good one. I was the bad one, of course. And my mom, she never spanked me. But I don't spank Nessa at all.
Yeah.
No.
You think it helps kids in general nowadays for the most part?
I think. Oh man.
Well, let's put it like this, man. You grew up. You said you never got hit.
hit. Yeah. No.
So you think that was good for you, or you think that you should have got more discipline than
Half and
because you
half.
were
man.
bad?
half and half. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. Man. Just to begin with, I've never got spanked by teacher, because back then teacher used to whoop you with the yardstick and this and that. It was normal for a teacher to be able to do that. How do you feel about that, Mama? You think it changes people in general to get more discipline than be spoiled, or you think? What do you think about that?
I don't know. It depends. 'Cause I was spanked, but I mean, I still did it.
You still do what?
Like the bad things when I was little, like I would get spanked, but yet I would still go back and do it again.
Yeah. Okay. So you think did it change your mindset at the time?
No. No.
So for you in general, you don't think it made a difference?
No.
No.
I think in general, man, the point is to change you, to make you think like, if you do bad, you're gonna get bad. If you do good, you're gonna get good stuff, man. Because people in general, I don't know, people sometimes they tend to put people on timeout. I don't think that shit works.
The
I don't
timeout?
think putting people on timeout, putting them in the corner just like teachers would do.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and then after 30 minutes of a timeout, then sit back down?
Yeah.
That was like their jail time, so to
Timeout.
speak.
Go
like
get a timeout.
Face the corner, carry a book with one hand, and keep it up until you can, not realize that you can be doing bad things. Man.
Yeah.
But
So do you think, like, let's just say if you guys have kids, how do you feel, Jackie? How do you feel? Do you think you're gonna whoop your kid because you got whooped? So it's kind of like a thing to you, or do you not believe in whoopings? Or like, how are you gonna do it whenever it's your time? And then
I believe in whoopings, but you gotta give the kid a warning. Like, hey, stop.
you just can't whoop their ass every single time, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
And there's some people who do that.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, I seen it too.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit is kind of messed up.
It's like, cause like for me, yeah, I got whooped, but I also got the talks. Like, hey, let's sit down and talk. Why did you do that? This and this and that. So I feel like I would give you the talk, but if you're still doing it, then yeah, I'm gonna whoop you.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn one way or the other.
Okay. Javi?
you know what, man? Now that I think of it, because there's a lot of people, when you go to Target, parents whoop kids in front of the whole world, man. Like,
I would not do
you
that.
see
We're
that.
gonna wait till we get home.
You
Yeah.
see that. You
Yeah.
see that. But that's kind of like, you're not supposed to whoop kids for just any little reason either, man.
Mhm.
Like, if they accidentally tipped over the cup and that was full of water or whatever, I'm not gonna give my kid like if they do it purposely, then that's a different story. But
Yeah.
just to answer your question, cause if I would have kids like my son and my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spoil them to a certain limit, man.
Yeah,
When I
yeah,
say
yeah.
certain limit, you're not gonna get everything all day just because you want to, just because
Mm-hmm.
you're only kid right now. Because my goal is to have at least 2 kids. At least 2 kids max, and we'll see how it goes from there, man. But when you're the first kid, you
Yeah.
want to be spoiled. You
Yeah.
want to be the only one. So whenever kids have brothers and sisters, they get jealous. They get like,
Oh yeah, I
"Man,
already know that from experience. Yeah.
why are you giving my brother or my sister more love than me? I was here before him or her." So
See, my mom, like, she would do it like when we were kids. We would get the same amount of presents because one of us would get mad at the other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my brother got 7 presents, I only got 6. Like, well, it's bullcrap. I want the same thing amount saying he got. Yeah.
For us, it didn't matter the amount
Mhm.
of presents. It mattered how much it was.
Oh,
So
really?
we're spending the same amount for
Yeah,
you, for
yeah.
her, for him.
Yeah.
Whether for him, like for my brother, he got a big present, but it cost the same amount as me and my sister got 2 or 3 presents.
Okay. Yeah.
It all cost the same amount.
See-
They weren't gonna spend more on one child than the other.
Yeah, me and Marco, we got like, we were spoiled, man. Me and Marco, we got like 13, 14 presents each.
yeah,
Like, we would get a whole bunch, probably even more than that when we were kids.
yeah.
You know, we would get a whole bunch of toys.
I think discipline. I'm not trying to say that discipline is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
My whole point of making this episode is that I think some kids these days are not disciplined enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're basically thinking that things are going to come to you easy when it's not the case, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you are even growner, like 16, 17, that to me is an age of you buying your own things now. You should be able to get a job by 15, 16 years old, man. Like legally 16, but I'm saying like, why should your parents still be able to buy your stuff, man? Why can't you just buy your own? You know what I mean? Like, my point is that I'm gonna balance it out, man. Discipline
Mm-hmm.
and spoil you to a limit, man. Like, earn it. For me, honestly, it's about earning stuff, man. As a kid, like, I feel like you feel more appreciative of what you have when you earn it, man, rather than just giving it. Oh, well, my mom buys me this, my mom buys me that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what do you do for yourself? So what about when your mom and dad pass away? What are you gonna do for yourself? Oh, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna depend on my girlfriend or boyfriend or to get it for me. Like, it's about the people's mentality, man.
Yeah.
I think not everyone, of course, has the same mentality, so they're gonna wanna get it the easy way out. How many people don't want it handed to them, man? People think everything's always gonna get handed to you. That's not the way to learn progression in life, in my opinion. I think you should be able to earn it, man. So, for example, man, my nephew, he's not here no more. When he was a little kid, I hit him here and there. I didn't bruise him or anything. I did give him discipline. I taught him this. I told him this and this and that. And he didn't like it. He said, yeah, you're not my dad. You're not my mom. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm teaching you basically right from wrong, which is what you're supposed to learn in general
Through life.
when you're a kid, so, I did that. And when he grew up, I would tell him, remember that time when I did this and that? And he would start laughing and go, yeah, but now I understand. So, he understood, like, I know where you were coming from, because kids nowadays, man, it's a whole different story, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you discipline them, when I say discipline, you can look at that in 2 different ways, in my opinion. Because this is something that happens all around the world. When people discipline, for me, the word means, lead them the right way. don't do bad and think that it's okay just because it's funny to you and this and that. You gotta respect people. You gotta respect what's going on. Respect the things that are valuable around your house, this and that. As my kid breaks one of my things that cost me $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what would be my chain of command as far as like my action would be? What do you think about grounding, just in case? For ground, you think you would ground your kid? Cause
Maybe.
let's say she made an F.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
I haven't got to that point yet. I'm still on the
but
throwing little
that's gonna be
tantrums.
something,
Yeah. So
That's gonna be something for you to look forward to, man. How would you
yeah.
How would you do your first punishment, man? Have you thought about that? Like,
No.
that's cool.
I mean, we're going day by day, boy.
Yeah.
So, sometimes she gets a little fussy. There's a reason we call her fussy pants. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. What about you, Mama? You think if your kid would have got an F on the report card,
I
you
think
think you would have thought about some kind of punishment? Like,
take away
what would
something.
be-
Well, yeah, I mean, like with my nephew, I mean, he's in pre-K. I don't think he gets Fs. But when he does do bad, my sister does take, she starts with the toys.
Yeah.
I'm going to take literally every single toy away.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has the TV and the tablet.
Yeah.
He does something else. Okay. The TV goes away. He does something else. Okay. The tablet goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Does something else. The phone goes away. So literally, she just takes everything away. And he has nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So he just sits there in bed.
Yeah.
So that's like the way she punishes my nephew.
Oh, okay.
They take stuff away.
It's pretty much the same thing as grounding
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
kid.
same thing. Yeah, the grounding is
Yeah.
keeping stuff away from them
Mhm.
that they're normally used to getting, and that's
Yep.
basically it. I don't really think grounding does anything, man. You watch movies where you say, family,
Does it?
hey, you're grounded for a week or this and that. Yeah, but they can easily sneak out the window and just keep going, man. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll be there. Don't worry about that. It's not the same no more, man. But I feel like discipline is the way to go, man. Unfortunately, there's parents out there in general that don't know how to discipline, or they don't know how to be parents. So they talk to them
Ugly.
ugly, and they talk to them. They expect them to listen. But, little kids,
Yeah.
some, not all, some, they talk with the same vocabulary that your parents have. Like,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
if you say, hey, put that down, B,
Yeah.
they're gonna say, you put that down, B. Like,
Yeah.
you don't talk like that to your kids, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big rule, man. That's like, man, you gotta learn how to respect your kids, and vice versa, man. It should come both ways. Unfortunately, a lot of kids, I don't want to say nowadays, because this has been happening for years, where the kids are being molested and this and that. How do you get from disciplining that, man? You know what I mean? You try to teach them good, right from wrong, but then you step out of bounds, and that's like no kind of discipline, man. You basically traumatizing the kid, man. And I think when you discipline the right way and tell them, hey, you're not supposed to do that, do this, because it's good to be nice to people, man. Be kind to people, man. Not be destructive. And I've seen a lot of kids, man, where they don't get spanked, for example, and therefore, because they don't get that, they feel like they can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And that shouldn't be the case, man. I think I have enough nephews and nieces to understand what it is to discipline a kid, man. Like, let me ask you, man. You said that do you have it in you? Cause, like, let's say you see one of my kids, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You seen my kid done wrong, and I didn't see it. I wasn't there. Let's say we're at a party, but you seen that. I didn't see it. Would you tell me, or would you like tell my kid,
Don't do
hey,
that.
don't be doing
Yeah,
that,
I
this
would
and
probably
that?
tell your kid to do
Yeah.
it, and then I would tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel like you have that in you.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I gave you permission to hit my kid because he's being
I
this
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do
Okay.
it. No,
Yeah.
never. I would never hit somebody else because that's not my kid.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I have no right.
Yeah.
Like for me, like nobody's gonna hit my kid, regardless.
Yeah,
Nobody.
yeah.
My mom, my dad.
Yeah.
The only person that can hit our daughter is me or the mother.
Yeah.
That's it. But and we probably won't even do that. You know what I mean? So, see, I wouldn't spank Nessa.
Yeah.
This is my first kid too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I seen all sorts of kids. Kids bad. Kids are good.
Yeah.
Ass whoopings, no ass whoopings, and I decided since I never got ass whoopings, and I was a bad kid, I should have got ass whoopings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but for me, I wouldn't never, spank Nessa. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just I can't do it. Not just because she's a little girl. I just can't do it. I just can't see myself doing that to her.
No.
You know what I mean? I just can't. I mean, the only thing I do when she throws a fit, she can throw a fit. I'm gonna let her throw a fit, pound, whine, cry. You go cry. You go cry. You'll be fine in about a couple minutes. But
You need to let it out.
yeah, and then that's it. She comes back, not even fine. Hey, daddy, how you doing?
I think like with my nephew, he just turned 5, and I think in the 5 years I've only spanked him twice,
Really,
and the first one hurt me
really.
because I've never thought I would. I don't know, it's just sentimental.
But yeah, I think some parents, like when they whoop their kids, I think they do it out of anger sometimes. Like, let's say they get home and they have a bad day, they
Take
just
it out on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That could be another thing.
Yeah. I agree. Let me ask both of you this. What would be your harshest punishment to your kid, man? In your opinion? Like right off the bat. Have you thought about that? Like what would, when I mean harshest, like it's something that you say, man, I wish I would have never done that. But you did it anyway, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I would say slap. Like, you know how parents slap kids in the face?
Yeah.
If I ever would do that, I think that would be the thing that would break me. Because I can never. So I seen people slap people, like little kids in the face. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
They do that at Target. At
Why would you
Walmart,
do
I've
that?
seen
Why
them.
would you slap a kid in the face, man? That's like, see that that's a different type of,
Yeah, that's a different form
That's
of
a
discipline. That's
different-
what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
when I mean discipline, I don't think spanking is the answer to everything.
Mhm.
There's a way that you can do it to, like where Jackie was saying, take away this, take away that. Now what you gonna feel? How you gonna feel about that?
Mhm.
See, we grew up in the 80s, so we grew up on playing outside. We didn't have tablets, this and that, so
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. I think we're one of the smartest when it came to coming from nothing, man. Like,
No.
yeah, going outside, play
Yeah.
ball, and play basketball. That was fun for
Mhm.
us.
These
We
kids don't
didn't-
even come outside.
Yeah.
They're all weird and shit.
And that's what Jack was saying earlier. Like, take away the tablet, take
Yeah.
away the phone, because the
What are
phone,
they gonna do? Yeah.
phone is like a tablet, basically. It's like a
Yeah.
computer, man.
Go
But
outside and play. What's
man.
that?
let me ask you the same question, Mama. What would be your harshest discipline towards your kid and or your nephews? What would be your harshest discipline?
I don't
right off the
know.
bat? You never really thought about it?
No. I guess just the same thing.
Spanking or
Yeah.
slapping or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. There's different forms of discipline, like I said, but it should be balanced.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not giving them any space for any kind of freedom. As a kid, you have to have some kind of freedom, man. You just can't. Yeah, I'm taking that away from you, like the water boy. Hey, don't talk to her. She's the devil. Like everything's bad. Like everything ain't bad, man.
Yeah.
Certain things, man. I think as you get older, though, what have you thought about this? Because what would be well, let me ask you this. Do you think there's an age limit that you can discipline your kid? Let's say Anessa's 30 years old. Can you still discipline her?
Oh, she's a grown ass woman.
But
I'll be old as shit, bro.
But see, this is funny. But there's parents that still hit their kids
Yeah.
when they're that, old, man. Like,
Yeah.
they're already grown, man. Why are you hitting your kids?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
There's people that still do that, believe it or not. What about you, Mama? You think that there's an age limit?
Oh yeah.
What would be the age limit in your opinion? Starting with you, Mama, what would be the age limit for you? Have you thought about it?
No.
For you not to whoop their kid, whoop
Yeah,
them or whoop them?
I don't know. I guess like
He or she is too old already. I need to start.
In
Like
their teens?
like teenagers, yeah, like
their
like
teens?
16,
that.
17.
Yeah, I think once they come into their teenage years, then that would be more grounding
Yeah,
than
because I feel like they
than
know
whooping. Yeah.
they know right from wrong. So
I mean, they should,
yeah,
but
I mean, if not, whoop their ass. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
yeah, no.
I was 16 years old. Shut up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think if they wanna, in this way I am, man. Like if they wanna act like, when they're teenagers, especially when they wanna act grown.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you grown. You're gonna have these kind of chores. What kind of bills are you paying to be able to talk to me like that?
Yeah.
What bills are you paying? Who's putting all the food on the table? I mean, I'm up for that. I'm a disciplinary person, man. When it comes to trying to get your way, okay, let's get your way, but let's see what you're gonna do. Whenever I tell you to do this and do that, pay this. See how it feels to actually work and put food on the table, man. Like I don't care if it's my kid, man. I gave you everything when you were a kid, but as you're getting older, I don't want to say all, but a lot of teens nowadays, cause they don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad bought me this. My dad bought me that. Oh, my dad's gonna buy me a Camaro. Shit, I didn't even have a Camaro when I was 15 and 16. What you think I'm gonna get you a Camaro for?
I had an old ass
You know
car.
what the payments are? Yeah. Gotta start from point A, man. Like, slow your roll, man. You gotta earn it, man.
Yeah.
Gotta earn it. You just can't be. I mean, like they say, money doesn't grow on trees. Technically it does because it's made of
It's
paper.
yeah.
But you just don't go to a tree right now and pull a $100 bill, man. You pull a leaf, man. So I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to,
Touch upon.
yeah, touch upon, man. I think it's very interesting how we grew up, man. I mean, teacher used to give you the paddle back then. And that used to be legal, I guess. I don't know.
They back then too. I remember when I was in elementary, the teachers, they would send a permission slip or whatever to your parents, and it would say, "Do you want us to spank your kid?" And Mom was like, "Hell no! If I don't even spank him, why the hell am I gonna let somebody else spank my kids?" Like,
I
she
don't
said no.
remember that.
They did. Well, it probably depends what school I went to the ghetto school. So
I did too.
which one do you went to?
There's the one that nobody's ever heard of.
Oh, yeah.
Port Houston Elementary.
Really? What is it?
Port Houston Elementary.
Never heard
Exactly.
of that. No, never. I ain't gonna lie now.
That sounds like over there.
I went to Farmville too before I moved and went to Humble.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I went to Humble. Yeah.
Now I'm in the east side.
Well, no, wait. Well, elementary. I went to Alliance Elementary.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know nothing about the east side. So whenever you
Yeah, I
say
know.
Port Houston Elementary, I feel like you're under the bridge of Port Houston towards Pasadena.
Oh, that's Stank
no.
Where
Dina.
the water
Stank
and all the
Dina.
plants-
Yeah, Stank Dina.
No. Don't get it confused with Pasadena. I wasn't in Pasadena. We were close to the Chip Channel,
Yeah.
Stank Dina.
but no, on the other side. We were on the other side, okay?
Yeah, but
I hate Pasadena.
basically,
Yeah, I know.
in my opinion, overall, I think there should be a balance between discipline and spoiling, because spoiling to me personally, it means you're gonna get your kid whatever they want anytime, any day, whether they're good or bad or anything. They still get what they want. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna discipline the crap out of my kid before anything, man. Like, I'm gonna teach him, man. I'm gonna give you what I didn't have,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it to you like in a way that you understand when is the right time for this, when is the right time for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way, because as they get older, in my opinion, they're gonna understand. Oh, okay, now I see where you're coming from, because now I want to do the same to my kid.
Yeah.
Because if you give them everything they want, guess what? They're not going to respect you.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, after you've done this and that, guess what? They're 17, 18. Hey, I don't want to work. Forget work when I can get it from you.
Oh, fuck that.
You know, you're 18 now. You can
Yeah.
get, you can get whatever you want now, but you gotta earn it. You can't
Yeah.
just depend on what if I pass away.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I'm telling straight up, man. What you gonna do? I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm not Superman where I take off my shirt and then you just see the Superman symbol.
I am.
I'm not none of that.
Yeah,
shit,
okay.
so we're only human, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my opinion, man. But another thing I wanted to bring up was adopting. Adopting. People adopt.
Yeah.
You think you feel even worse to discipline kids that you adopted versus your own?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it should make a difference because you're adopting the kid to make the kid yours.
Yeah, but I mean, it also depends how old that kid is.
True.
That kid could be you're dumping a 14, 15-year-old. Like, what are you going to whoop their ass?
Yeah, no.
So, if you're adopting like a little 3-4-year-old or something like that, then that's different. But
I think I would give the kid the same discipline that I was just talking about, whether it be my own or not. I think it's fair for them to understand where they're, who raised them and why the reason why I'm teaching you this way, man. Like,
yeah.
Not everybody's raised the same way,
Mhm.
obviously, but I think there should be a balance between.
I mean, hell, some kids like get home, they get their ass whooped for nothing. Like some of them turn all crazy and shit.
Yeah, that's true, and that's another story as far as discipline goes. I think I don't want to say all, but if you disciplining somebody that's not yours when you're adopting, they'll probably say, "Who are you to tell me this and that? We're not even my real mom and dad."
I'm like, you got lucky I adopted you, okay?
That's scary. That's honestly
Yeah.
scary,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I ain't trying to get there because there's a lot of stories out there that adoptive kids have killed their adoptive parents, man. So that's scary, man.
Yeah.
That's not even funny right there, but
Nope. Scary shit.
It's something that happens all around the world, That still does. But yeah, man, I wanted to just touch base on that because I do plan to have kids, at least 1 or 2, like I said before, and I am gonna be disciplining my kids, whether it's good or bad for them. Like,
So you gonna whoop their ass?
yeah, I don't want to say it like that. I mean, like, I'm gonna bruise them, and
I told you.
then they call CPS on me. And
Well, yeah.
I don't want none of that, man. I think you think about it like this, man. Look where we're at, man. When it die, we're not.
Yeah.
I didn't lose a limb when they. When they told me this and that when I was a kid, that we don't lose no limbs when we get disciplined at the time that we grew up, man. And why shouldn't the kids nowadays get disciplined in a way that they're going to be like, man, I'm not going to do that because I know what my dad,
Yeah.
But if it really depends on how you raise your kids.
Yeah.
Because if you're giving them all the freedom, guess what? They're going to get used to that freedom and they're going to say, well, I feel like I deserve all of that. Why are you gonna say you deserve all of that when you don't even earn it, man? You don't even work for it, man. Like, forget that. Anyway, it would piss me off, man. Honestly, to say that I'm gonna let my kids slide every time, man. I'm not, man. I'm not. I'm that kind of person. I'm a nice guy, but when it comes to my kids, I think discipline is a way to, let them be smarter about things, man, going forward in their life, man. Because I'm not always going to be here, but they're going to remember. I understand now why my dad, Javi, or my mom, Jackie, told me that they wanted me to be successful, man.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, my dad now, like, I live in my own place and stuff, but he's always getting on me on some things. Always, it's still like I'm a little kid. Like, he raises his voice and stuff like that at me. I'm like, hey, man, don't talk to me like don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? Like, he still does it.
Yeah, but see,
he still acts like I'm like 7, 8 years old. You
But
know.
that's the reason why I asked you the question I did earlier, man. Like,
Oh.
he don't see a limit to you, man.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he said, "Oh, that's just little Ralph." You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's still the baby. You
Like,
know?
like with me, like I don't get the whoopings, right?
Yeah.
But I still get the talks.
The talks, right?
I
Yeah.
still get the talk.
That's a form of discipline to me, in my opinion,
Well, yeah.
because they
I
want
still get yelled
you.
at.
Because
I've never gotten yelled at.
I got yelled at.
I always get talks or whoopings.
No, yelled at.
The reason why they do that is because they want you to be
Listen.
the way that they remember teaching you
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
on how to be when you're growing up. So that's a form of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
There's different forms of discipline in general, but I think it's good. For the most part, 50-50. You should be, I don't want to say spoiled,
Yeah.
but I say treat your kids, not all the time, 100% of the time, but balance the discipline and the gifts and combine that, and that should be fine, in my opinion. Just teach them that respecting is number one. They're going to ask a million questions, I know, as soon as I start talking, but teach them right from wrong, basically. And that's it. That's my whole point of the episode. But any closing words, cuz, that you might have, man, as far as disciplining kids?
I don't know. Just don't go too hard on them. That's it. Like, don't just whoop their ass whenever you feel like it. Just for me, just talk to them. It's gonna that's what I do. Just talk to them, and if they don't listen, then whoop their ass. No, no, but that's it. Really, just take it easy. Try to understand. You were a kid once too, so
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Enjoy yourself as a kid, because you don't stay 5 or 6 all the time. But also always never forget to share the discipline in part of life.
Yeah, real quick though, I was gonna say, if you guys have any comments on this subject, you can comment on my cousin's channel.
Oh yeah. By the way, those of you that have been following me for a while, I only have 12 episodes with this one, and my cousin also has his personal channel. Proud of you, by the way, cuz, for jumping on your shirts, man. Get your name out there and go from there, man. So yeah, y'all guys follow Ralph, and we'll see. What about you, Mama? You have any closing words that you have? Anything at all?
No.
Oh, well, she don't want to discipline her kids right now, so I'm gonna buy her a Cabbage Patch Kid, and I'm gonna see what kind of disciplinary action she has for that.
Yeah.
Thank you again, guys, for listening, and you guys have a good night.
Peace.